Hello there, singing guitarists or aspiring singing guitarists or guitarists who sing. Maybe that's the same thing. I don't know. I'm here to share some tips on how to improve your playing and singing. Playing guitar and singing at the same time can be difficult for a lot of people. If you're just starting out as a singer or you're just starting out as a player, sometimes combining the two together can be something that is not easy or natural. I'm going to talk about some things that I think will help you improve your ability to play and sing at the same time. Okay, well, the first thing I think you need to keep in mind is that we all tend to come from a certain background first. Like, perhaps you are a guitar player and you've been playing guitar for a certain amount of time and you fancy yourself a pretty decent player and you want to begin singing and playing at the same time for whatever reason. But you don't consider yourself a singer, so you feel like the guitar is your strength, singing is your weakness. Okay. Then you have people who come from the other side where they are singers, perhaps very good singers, very accomplished singers, and they want to pick up an instrument like the guitar to accompany themselves, or just to add more spice to what they're doing, or for writing, or for whatever reason. And so they're not schooled at the guitar. Okay, so here we go. We have two sides of the same problem. The thing you need to keep in mind is both singing and playing the guitar are two complete disciplines unto themselves. So there is really kind of no way to shortchange one of the other. If you want to play guitar and sing as well as possible, then you're going to need to focus on certain key important aspects of the playing. And if you're more the guitar player and less the singer, and you just think, well, anybody can kind of sing, well, no, singing is a discipline unto itself too, and there's going to be areas that you're going to need to pick apart technically as a singer. So perhaps you need to take some vocal lessons, or perhaps you need to take some guitar lessons, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's in a more formal setting. I, for one, came from a background of being a guitar player and just kind of singing for my own, my own fun. And as I started getting gigs and singing more, I realized, man, I'm actually a singer and I have a lot of obstacles because I don't come from a background of singing and I never really considered myself much of a singer. So I had to take lessons to improve some of the technicals of singing so that I could make the most out of what I have as a voice. We all have a different voice. We all have a different aptitude for certain things, and we need to learn how to improve on our base point where we are starting from. That goes for everybody. Okay, so let's get down to some actionable things we could do. Let's take a simple song like Blowin' in the Wind. 3 chords. D, G, A. Right? How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. So step 1 would be, do I know how to play these chords? Now we're coming from somebody who's not the guitar player background. You're the singer background. And now here you are struggling or possibly struggling with the guitar part. So we want to make sure basic good guitar technique, right? We want to make sure we have our fingerings on our chords nice and clean. Nice shape to our hand, right? No bad habits. Again, the discipline of playing guitar properly. You can find plenty of videos and instructionals on how to properly fret chords. So we want to make sure that we have the capacity to play each chord clean. That we can switch between them clean, so that when we're singing, we're not freaking out about, oh shit, there's a chord change coming. We don't want that. We want to know that we know those chords and that they're going to play clean so we can focus on the vocal. Second thing would be the tempo and strum, right? Let's just keep it simple. Now you want to make sure that you have that strum in your sleep, so that you're playing it freely, just like the chords. Okay, so now you have a good backdrop, you have a canvas to lay your vocals down. Now we're gonna make some sounds. How many roads must a man walk down? We're not gonna just jump into this. Let's listen to what's coming out from a relaxed place. How? Sounds pretty. Let's try to sing it softer. How? Experiment. How many, how many, how many, how many? I'm trying different approaches, coming in, maybe coming in on the downbeat. How on the downbeat. How on the upbeat. How many rooms? Have fun with it. Don't be so uptight. And just like we have to be aware of tension points when we're playing guitar, we want to be aware of tension points in the vocal. Parts of the vocal that maybe we know are our weakness, right? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Let's take a song like Blackbird, where I, for one, I used to always have not attention, but we tend to get tense in our vocal when we know we have a high note coming. So, blackbird singing in the dead of night. I used to have this dead of night when I knew dead of night was coming. My teacher would say, she would stop me just shy of that and make me take inventory of where my tension was. Usually, a lot of times it'll be in the eyebrows. It'll be in the neck and in the shoulders. Again, just through practice and repetition, but practice in the relaxed state. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Perfect practice makes perfect. So you can play it over 1,000 times with the tension, and all you're doing is confirming that tension to yourself. Like you're just training yourself to be tense. So one good little tip: blackbird singing in the dead of night. This one changed my outlook. Was my vocal teacher told me, when you need to sing a note that you're thinking is high and that tension's coming on, instead of thinking up, think down to the floor. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Give yourself the foundation and the support that note is coming from the ground up, so to speak, or from the body out. I'm going to exaggerate this, but blackbird singing in the dead of night. Look at my neck. Now, for a song, let's say like Blackbird, let's say you were attempting to play and sing Blackbird, a fairly what's the word I'm looking for? A fairly big undertaking, right? If you're not a bona fide guitar player or a bona fide singer at any point, that could be kind of tricky. But let's just say that's what you're working on. Well, you're going to have to get to that point where the guitar part is just, you're so relaxed. You're not worried about the transitions of the song. You're not, you're not there. You're practicing the part to the point. If they blindfolded you, you can just slide your way around maybe, and you're not going to freak out. All your life, you can have fun with it. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Key of the song. A lot of times we are hell-bent on proving we can sing the song in some certain key. Whether it's maybe it's the key that the original artist sang the song in, or maybe it's I don't know what it is. What do I know? I'm just a guy on the internet trying to help people play and sing better. But let's take a song like Free Fall. Another one with the same 3 chords. Now, side note, I have a video on 3 easy guitar songs to play and sing, like 3 crowd pleaser guitar songs. I'll put a link in the description, so check that out if you get a chance. Free Fallin'. And I'm free. The high part, right? Free falling. Okay, let's say that is too high for me. And you know what? On certain days, it might be too high for me. Right now, I can kind of pull it off. I'm not warmed up, but free falling. Pushing a little bit. Tune the guitar down a half step if you have to. There's no law that says you have to sing the song in the original key. Or, if you have a higher voice, or maybe you're female and your voice tends to be higher, capo it. She's a good girl. See what I just did? I capoed it. And sometimes to sing it higher, you actually, pardon me, if you're a male or even a female and you want to sing it lower, you don't necessarily have to move the capo down. Sometimes you can move the capo up and just sing the song down. She's a good girl, loves her mama, and I'm free. Free fall. That was a little pitchy. Give yourself permission to not be perfect. Well, I'm free. Explore. Free fall. But be honest about the intangibles. Like, for example, make sure that guitar part is holding up. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves horses, and a boyfriend too. So you keep it simple. You can then sing from an honest place, and then you'll find yourself really coming into your own and sounding fantastic if you don't try to sound good from a place of fear, from a place of, I have to sound good because I know I don't feel like I'm good, so I have to prove that I'm good. F that. Get rid of that. That doesn't do you any good. Another tip, warm up properly. Go online, find some good vocal warm-up exercises. Breathe, get warmed up, get comfortable, get your fingers stretched out, play a little bit. Get your sea legs before you just go out and say, okay, I'm gonna pick up the guitar and sing and play. Put yourself in a situation to win. Eventually, when you get good at that practice, you can prepare yourself to play without even having the instrument or without vocalizing it. Yes, you still need to physically warm up some of the vocal apparatus, shake off some of the whatever is on your vocal cords after maybe a night of sleep or after a day of just drinking coffee or whatever it might be. And perhaps I'll do other videos that will go over some of those exercises, but you can find some online just vocal warm-ups. Make sure that a lot of them are very technical with arpeggios and pitch, and vocal warm-ups are really just about warming up the actual mechanism of your voice itself so that it functions as it should. That's a whole nother subject. But again, make sure you warm up properly. Another tip is really, this is sort of a practice tool. Record yourself practicing. Better yet, video record yourself practicing, because you will be able to observe areas of tension that you might not have realized were happening. Or you can also practice in the mirror if you want to get a visual of when you're getting tense. But what I like about video practicing is not only do you get to see if you have any weird habits, any weird points of tension, but you also get to listen back if there's an inherent problem in the song, maybe a spot where you're rushing. You rush the tempo, something we tend to do when we're unsure, or when we're not really paying attention and we're not comfortable. We tend to push the tempo, or maybe there's a note you're singing flat. Maybe there is a word that has a vowel sound in it that you just don't like the way it sounds when you hear it back. That happens to me often. And you can adjust something in your shape of your mouth to change the tone. Like, you can change the shape of your mouth and adjust that tone so it's something that you like the sound of more. So practicing, recording your practice through video or through audio, or practicing in the mirror, just another practice tip that can help you make adjustments that will help your singing and playing. I know that might admit it doesn't seem exactly correlated, but it's all kind of connected. Okay, so I'm gonna conclude with that for today. I plan on doing a lot more videos where I talk about, where I go over maybe some of the songs I play and sing and where I had some issues, and just things that we could all learn from to improve our playing and singing at the same time. I'm Frank Persico. Please like and subscribe, and bear with me. This is a new channel. I've had the channel for a while, but it's me putting out content in this format other than just me putting out stuff of me performing. This is new to me, and I know that I have something to offer, and I'm working on it. And if you have any suggestions or comments, leave them. I'm trying to make videos that I think can help us all. Okay, have a great day, and please like and subscribe. I'm Frank Persico. I'll see you next time. I'm sitting in the railway station. All right, take care. Bye-bye.